Well, welcome, Mad Dog and Merrill. Welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
Ah, yes.
It's a gorgeous day here. We are at the Oneida Amelia Cornelius Cultural Park, and it's a great day. We have the 1890 homes behind us here. We got Fast Freddy from the 1890s.
No, they're in the early 1900s.
No, I'm sorry. And we're going to have a great show here today. Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling coming your way in just a moment.
I can't wait. Gonna be good. Gonna be good, everybody. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be good, Freddy.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills, Cherry Delight, Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, Awesome Shrimp and Seafood, Healthy Homegrown Wisconsin Potatoes, No Name Butcher Quality Meats, Sundrop Soda, the Oneida Nation, Glorious Malone Fine Sausage, Henning's Award-Winning Cheese, Golden Home Ultra Thin Pizza Crusts, and by Lashbro Aerial Images.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. That's sort of a little happy tune old Freddy's just playing.
Well, it's a happy sort of day.
It is. It's a happy day, Freddy.
Yes, it is.
We are with our good friends at Oneida Nation here today, and Merrill had a chance later in the show.
Yes.
Merrill had a chance to go to a beautiful new restaurant and bar, and it's called the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar. It's at the Radisson Hotel and Casino, right by the airport in Green Bay, right across the street.
Beautiful place.
It's the original casino. It's a great place, and a new retro restaurant type bar there. But now we're pleased to have Michelle with Oneida, who loves to talk about Oneida Nation.
I do love to talk about Oneida.
And you know what a beautiful cultural center here, and how important it is with the Oneidas to regain and to hold on to the culture that they have.
For us, it's everything. It really is everything. It's about who we are, and it's the foundation of who we are. So it's important to keep it alive.
It really is, and all the stories, all the creations, and everything else. We do Three Sisters a lot, but you know, it's one of those where it's synonymous when it comes to talking about the Oneida Nation and all 11 tribes, if you will, of Wisconsin.
It is. It truly is.
So,
well, the history is really phenomenal. I mean, it's just amazing. As we were talking even just off the air of everything going on, but you know, my big thing is, we've talked about this before, is the white corn. Can you explain the white corn a little bit to us?
So the white corn is actually from our creation story. So it's from the beginning of time, and the Oneida people have kept it alive, kept it growing, and we're so fortunate that people have done that and brought it forward to today. And it's even gaining resurgence today amongst a lot of Oneida people growing it themselves.
And I know we've gone to the Oneida powwow several times when our daughter was younger, and there's a big strand of white corn as you enter into the powwow, and all the Oneidians as they enter in other nations of Wisconsin, they always kind of like just touch the white corn just to give it a spirit within them.
Yeah, I mean,
I've noticed it anyway.
I displays, and you know, so it is great if we can share cultural things for all different walks of life. That's what we're here for.
Well, I'll tell you what, Merrill had a chance to visit, and I'm kind of jealous, the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar, and they have a great new menu, and it's a great retro, and they're trying to use all the great products of the Oneida Nations.
They do a good
and
job. They
got a wonderful acorn squash gratin with maple syrup that I'm going to incorporate into a recipe here today. They also have a Three Sisters with scallions and peppers, and that's going to all go into one dish with any luck here today. So we'll see what happens. Now, the acorn squash, when it comes to the restaurants, they can work with that if they want to, and that's fine with me. I got myself a big old Hubbard, and that's the difference between the two caps on top of there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, we have a bowl over here with a butter in and a masher, and I'm going to grab a couple of mats here, and I'm going to go right behind you for 1 second, dear.
All right.
And I got some gorgeous.
Holy cow, man.
Yeah, old Mother Hubbard would have been promised. Turn this way here, away from you.
She couldn't get that in her cupboard.
Look at the size. Isn't that great?
That is amazing.
And you know, you can wrap them up and cook in your oven. You can cook them on the grill. You can put them in a roaster. You can put them in a Nesco. It doesn't really make a difference. But what we're going to do, Michelle, is we're simply going to scoop out some of that gorgeous squash, and that's going to be the base to our little cast iron. Now, the assumption is in the 1890s, when a lot of these homes were built, cast iron cooking was a mainstay.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I think for most people they were basically all farmers.
Right,
so
right.
How long do you cook this squash in the grill for?
You know, I actually cooked it in a Nesco. with some water in the bottom, and it cooked up in an hour and a half time. But I had it on a
Boy.
high heat, and it turned out
The
wonderful.
aroma. You smell it
Yeah.
over there, pretty boy?
Well, wind's going the other way.
It's going the other way.
And what we're gonna do, Michelle,
We can change that around, Patty.
is I'm gonna have you do a little mashing, if you would, please. I'm gonna take that away right there. And you can just do a little mashing with the butter inside of there. And we're gonna add a little bit of Wisconsin maple syrup with that.
There you go.
And just a little maple syrup, because actually the acorn squash gratin with maple syrup exists there. So we're gonna take our skillet away here. We're gonna take this one away. This is gonna go fast now,
All
folks.
right.
Now we're gonna go
That
fast.
looks
Now
good.
we're
You're a
moving.
good masher.
We got the
Thank
masher
you.
there.
Oh. We have a corn pounder in front that we could
I
talk
know,
about
that's
later.
interesting. Can you show me that corn pounder?
That's right.
Boy, back in the day, so they went ahead and just pounded the corn
Yep,
and
they
make
would
mush?
they would pound the corn until it was like flour. and
Beautiful
mush
job,
and,
dear. So we're gonna take the squash and we're gonna ladle that in our little cast iron.
Ooh,
And
Oh,
I'm gonna
that'd
place
be
that
good.
down. Yeah, we're
Excited.
gonna make a little casserole.
Look
if
at
you will.
that.
So we're gonna put that down there. That's the squash with the maple syrup in. So the squash was part of the Three Sisters. The corn grew tall.
That's right.
The corn grew tall towards the sky. The beans wrapped themselves around the poles to give sturdiness to the corn.
Yep.
And gave nutrition to the ground. The squash leaves covered the earth to withhold the morning dew so it never went dry.
That is correct. And then the little animals didn't like that feeling on their paws either. So
Oh, but they didn't.
yeah.
So now we're gonna put a little pinto beans and red beans over the top of that nice little squash there.
It'll look good.
And then we have the
Does look
white
good.
corn. Now the white corn, when you go to, and you enter into Green Bay, you go to 500 Packerland Avenue. 500 Packerland Avenue. And there's a nice little Oneida one-stop there. They got a great selection of bison. They got a great selection of the Black Angus and the grass-fed beef. And they have other products from the cannery at Oneida. One of which is the dried corn. This is the white corn that's dried. And if you taste the difference between white corn and our regular field corn or sweet corn, this is like tortilla chips. These are just
Oh,
like
it is.
corn
The flavor
chips.
is phenomenal.
These are just absolutely phenomenal. And I boiled these down, so I cooked these down and simmered them for about 40 minutes or so on a nice low heat. So those are nice and tender. So we're gonna add that to the top of that. And then one of the other recipes, of course, Three Sisters with the scallions and peppers. So over here I took peppers and onions, and we're gonna take a handful or
I'm gonna
two of
have to lean
those,
over.
and I'm just gonna ladle those on top.
Smells
It
great.
does smell good.
And Freddie, do you know what the gratin part is?
No, please tell me.
Well,
He's
I'm
waiting.
I'm
He's
really
waiting.
praying it's cheese. So now we have the Three Sisters, we got the peppers, we have the onions. I'm gonna drizzle a little more maple syrup over the top of that.
I'm anxious to have some.
Yeah,
of
it
this.
should be really good. We're gonna get this back on the grill, but before we do that, we're gonna add some wonderful grated cheese over the top of that. And we're gonna let that all blend together. Now the grounds where we're standing at, Michelle, are normally without the COVID-19 and the unique sort of year we're having. Today would have been Apple Fest this weekend.
It would have been Apple Fest, and we usually get about 8,000 people that come through, and kids, horses, apple pie contests, old time bingo, you name it. And not happening this year, but we'll bring it back next
Crafters
year.
and traditional foods.
Oh, yes.
And everything
Yeah.
else, and
Too
brats
bad.
and hamburgers.
Brats and hamburgers. I mean, it's everything, and it's sad that it's not here this year, but
Right.
it's all right. We'll keep everybody safe, and we'll bring it back next year.
Now, how many different types of apples are growing here?
Up at the apple orchard, there's over 30 varieties of apples.
Okay.
So
And what was the one you were talking about earlier? That there's only 3 trees that grows.
it's like a
on-
red Galveston,
Okay.
something like that. Anyways, the orchard, I had picked up a bag, and they only have 3 trees, and I was like, wow, 3 trees. So
Yeah.
if you want to taste those, you have to go there now. I'm glad I got a bag.
Yeah,
So-
good for you. Good for you. All right.
So we're gonna get that on the grill over there. So you can go to exploreoneida.com, by the way. We haven't mentioned too much yet. Exploreoneida.com, exploreoneida.com. You can learn about the tours that normally happen. You can learn about Apple Fest next year, the powwow next year, all the great events that happen here at Oneida Nation. And it's a wonderful community. It really is. And of course, they're great sponsors of the Green Bay Packers,
We are.
being
Yep.
the official Oneida Nation or official casino, whichever way you want to look at it, of the Green Bay Packers. So that's a wonderful thing. We're blessed to have that. That's a good support for localness, that's for sure. And tradition has it that the bison and buffalo steaks are
That's right.
phenomenal.
Buffalo is just fantastic. Really good to cook. There's hardly no fat, as you can see. They're really nice and lean.
They are.
You really do not want to overcook buffalo. So definitely use a meat thermometer. I normally do my steaks around 130 degrees to 135. I like a nice medium rare. 130 is actually your fine, but don't forget when you take the steak off the grill, it's still going to increase in temperature there. So on these steaks,
So by the way, you can go to 500 Packerland Avenue in Green Bay, and they have a whole selection of bison, grass-fed beef, and the Black Angus at a reasonable price. And I'll tell you what, when it's harvested, it's not like 7 or 8 or 12 bison at a time.
No.
It's a single harvest. It's packaged and frozen the same day. It's hand cut. It's the best cuts in the world.
It really truly is, and like you said, they'll only harvest one at a time and
Yeah.
sell it out.
Yeah.
it's good. Really nice and healthy for you. Now I'm going to create a rub today, which actually from the market. I've got some tangerine ginger tea, which is really nice. A lot of people don't think about using teas all the time. And then also I've got some fine Himalayan salt that I'm going to mix with that also. And then there again, we're going to use a little bit of citrus twist of ours and a little bit of garlic pepper, which the garlic pepper is great, but this is a really good mixture. You can use as your own taste of whatever you think on this, but the flavor, especially from the tea, it's just phenomenal of how that really brings the flavor out for that. So we got that, a little bit of the salt there. And then of course,
What makes the Himalayan
Citrus.
salt so special, Merle?
I knew you were going to ask me that. What does make that Himalayan salt so special? It's great. All right, gonna stir this baby up.
It's the yodeling.
It's the yodeling. Himalaya. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Start your engines, Freddie. You ready? Are you ready, Freddie?
I'm waiting.
Freddie, are you ready?
It smells good.
Ready to go.
Freddie, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Still can't get that thing started. Whoa!
Yeah, you always wait till it's done.
Always wait. Bad Dog preaches that all the time. On there, I'm going to rub that on there too, so that'll be good. Good flavor.
So he's going to put a nice little rub on there. I got one more thing to do before this segment ends, Michelle,
All
so we
right.
got to keep moving here, and I apologize. Also at the market, the white corn, and at the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar at the Radisson Hotel and Casino, they have a wonderful heirloom white corn polenta. And we know it as mush. But they have a great little name for it, polenta. And then you look up polenta recipes. Here's the difference. This is the white corn. This is the beautiful white corn. You can see how beautiful, gorgeous, and white it is. This is the yellow that you normally see, cornmeal. It doesn't hold a candle to the white. The white is absolutely gorgeous. The flavor is wonderful. This was a staple for every meal. And a lot of times they'll take this white corn, they'll take the cornmeal, they'll make a nice little mush or polenta, and they serve shrimp with it. Today, Meryl's going to do a nice little skirt steak. What do you call that?
Skirt steak.
Skirt steak. It ain't a skirt steak though, but it's something similar, very similar to a skirt steak. So all we're going to do is we've got 8 cups of water, and I'm going to add 2 cups of the white corn. And we're going to give that a stir, and we're going to make some nice little polenta that you can get at that restaurant, the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar, anytime you want. Michelle, thanks for spending some time with us here. Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. We'll be right back
Yes,
after
we
this.
will, folks.
Great recipes, folks. Welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. Don't forget to explore Oneida.com, exploreoneida.com. The casinos are all open. They're doing as safely as possible. So if you need something to do, go to the beautiful Radisson or check out all the great little locations of casinos that Oneida do have. Go to exploreoneida.com if you would, please. And don't forget about all those great events next year, like Big Apple Fest.
Yes, good
And
old
all
Apple
you
Fest.
simply do is take a nice little apple. The harvest was phenomenal this year, and we're simply going to do is we're going to core that baby out.
He does that so well.
He really does.
Well, I had practice. You'll see. We did some beautiful apples. And I'll tell you what we did is we took whole oats, cinnamon, brown sugar, and I took a little bit of butter, and we kind of blended that all together, and we made ourselves a little crisp. And we'll take that crisp and we put it inside our beautiful baked apples, soon to be baked apples. That goes on the grill, the indirect method of cooking, for about 20 minutes or so. And the beautiful apples, those are hotter than Dickens. The apples come out just absolutely
Good
wonderful.
job.
Those are delicious. They don't want to be overcooked. Serve them with a little great little white ice cream, vanilla ice cream. You'll be happy you did. And those come out nice. So I made a little tin underneath to catch the juices once they start rolling.
Okay.
So I thought that was a good idea.
He's a smart man.
He knows what he's
You
doing.
don't want those juices to roll.
Here is our polenta. Yes,
Polenta.
our mush.
looks like
that is
mush
a
to me.
Man.
And I'll tell you what, normally a lot of people serve this and it is great with shrimp.
Well, it is.
But when you got the bison handy, we're gonna add a little bit of that beautiful stuff right in the center.
All right.
Meryl's gonna decorate
The
with
bison.
a
Look at this nice medium rare in the bison.
beautiful little maple syrup over the
And
top.
along with the bison, boy, the shrimp and polenta is just phenomenal. You wouldn't believe the taste of it. The same thing with this.
Here is our mixture that you can go to the brand new Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar, and you can get individually made all of these great acorn squash gratin with maple syrup. You can get the Three Sisters with scallion peppers. You can get a Great Plains bison fillet just like that. And this comes off just like, I want to use a wooden spoon. What do you think,
Ooh.
Freddie? You gonna work?
It's looking
Sure.
wonderful.
That's the
Ooh,
gratin
yeah.
right there, and the squash and everything else.
Ooh.
I wish I had a better bowl, a plate to put that in. I really didn't want to put that on a plate. I'm gonna put it right there. Yeah, because that's gonna look just delicious. That's got the Three Sisters in there, the beautiful squash that our lovely friend Michelle mashed up gorgeously with the butter
She
and
was
the
a good
maple syrup.
masher.
She did a wonderful job.
She should be with the unit.
She should be.
With the mash unit.
She should.
Yes, she should.
ExploreOneida.com. Don't forget Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. And cook naturally, folks.
You got it, folks. Hey, Freddie, you're going to eat your heart out, buddy. I'll tell you what, I'm in 7th heaven. You know where I'm at? I'm at the Duck Creek Kitchen and Bar. And I got Chef Michael here with me today. How you doing, Chef?
Good, thank you.
Good. I mean, you put on quite a spread here. I mean, quite
Well,
a
that's
spread.
how we're going to do it.
I know,
you know?
this place is really unusual. I mean, it's all fresh. It's something totally different when you're going to go out to eat. I mean, they've got some things here. I got to start out with the first thing is the chicken legs.
So these are duck wings.
Okay,
Yep.
duck wings.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
duck. I love duck. I love it very much. So how are these made?
So these are glazed with a maple and sriracha sauce.
Oh, man. Very good. Absolutely excellent. And the sauce is just the maple? Is that what you have in there for it?
There's maple, there's sriracha, some lime juice, and some butter. Yeah, and
Everything's
then
made all fresh?
absolutely, yes.
that's great.
And these are actually fried in duck fat as
Yeah.
well. So
And why
add a
duck
little
fat?
You know, it adds a little bit of sweetness. It gives a little
it
bit
does.
more
You can
flavor.
tell that with the
Definitely.
flavor of it, too.
Yeah, it
Something's really different.
adds a little bit of something extra. Just kind of gets people's attention.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, the duck, too, is something completely different than standard chicken wings or anything like that, too. So good job. Very good.
Thank you.
So what about, let's go with the flatbread here. What do we have?
So this is a Jasper vegetable pizza. So we have a Jasper oven behind us there. We roast our vegetables in there.
Okay.
It's a charcoal broiler. So every day we load it up with charcoal and wood, and it imparts a totally unique flavor.
And then how hot does the temperature get in there?
It'll get over 600 degrees.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. So
Now, also, you do pizzas here, too?
we do flatbread pizzas. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Do you make your own dough?
Absolutely. Everything's
Yeah.
made in house. Yep.
Oh, Freddie,
Yeah.
you are just, don't worry, I'm smiling, bud. I'm smiling. This is great. Okay, the sandwich is what I'm really interested in over here.
Okay, you're right. So this is coming right out of Skyworld, which is now open in the lobby
Okay.
of the Radisson here. So we just opened that. But I mean, I'm also really excited about this sandwich. So this is a tri-tip sandwich.
Ah.
So we get in tri-tip and we will rub it with a barbecue rub, and then we smoke it in house. And then we serve it on a Tulare roll with caramelized onions, cheddar cheese, and tomatoes. And
That's
horseradish
great. I mean, that's
aioli.
another thing that people are not familiar with is tri-tip. You know, it's got a very good flavor to it. Definitely more of a southwestern flame to it. Comes out really good. And last but not least, what do we have here?
So these are a couple of the pastries from Skyworld as well. This is our signature muffin. It is our Badger State muffin, so it's made with fresh cranberries and fresh apples, and then oat bran streusel on top.
And this here, sir?
This is our Kringle. Yeah, Door County cherries, almonds.
You got it, all
everything.
local, which is very good.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
everything's
see
made
that
in-house.
everything is local.
Definitely.
Folks,
yeah.
you got to come down here and try this. It is just absolutely fantastic. Freddie, sorry, buddy, you blew it. I got this place. We'll be right back with Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
Explore Oneida.com. Go to maddogandmerrill.com too to find the link for our good friends at Oneida. Don't forget about Big Apple Fest, the powwows, the wonderful tours, the casinos, all the great things at Oneida Nation.
Boy.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We had a great time today.
Hey, we
Merrill.
did. I didn't notice I haven't took anything yet.
Go right ahead.
Oh,
Go right
thank you.
ahead.
I've been waiting.
Freddie,
I've
you're
been
doing a
waiting.
great job. Fast Freddie on the keyboard, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.